What is he? What are we looking at?
Pornhub.
What's the title? What's the title? What's the title?
Ass shots.
Adrien Broner may not have officially joined Gervonta Tank Davis's camp for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach, but he has certainly made his presence felt in every possible way. With fight week already here, Broner has sent striking warnings to Roach, adding more intensity to the build-up. The anticipation is at its peak, and fans are eager to see how this clash unfolds.
Ain't no beating time. Ain't no beating time. You just gotta know when to get out when it's time to go.
Adrien Broner is a name that carries weight in the boxing world. When he speaks, he does so with conviction, and his recent warnings to Lamont Roach are no exception. This comes after a series of comments from Roach, who, despite his respect for opponents, remains confident in his abilities. Roach has no issue giving credit where it's due, even to those he's about to face in the ring.
Obviously, I'm the best 130-pounder in the world. It's evident. I can't wait to prove it. I can't wait to show it. But, you know what I'm saying? Why not? And my name came up before.
Gervonta Davis has faced his fair share of criticism. Some have questioned his resume, while others have dismissed his skill set or downplayed his standing in the sport. However, Lamont Roach doesn't believe these critiques hold much weight. Having grown up in a similar area as Davis, Roach feels he knows his opponent better than most, giving him a unique perspective on the fight.
And I'm going to prove that I'm one of the best fighters in the world. And this is the beginning of my legendary run. This right here.
Now, we've seen Ryan Garcia get in the ring.
Over the years, Roach has watched Davis rise through the ranks, becoming a multi-divisional champion, a pound-for-pound star, and, according to some, the face of boxing. Roach has no problem acknowledging Davis's accomplishments but believes all good things must come to an end. "I'm going to show y'all what it takes to be the new face of boxing come March 1st, Roach declared during an episode of Against All Odds, The Reaper Tale.
You know, because I've spoken to Rolly, their approach is, well, we're dehydrated, we had to go in.
On March 1st, Roach and Davis will step into the ring at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. While Roach has competed in the lightweight division before, he made his name in a lower weight class. The 5-pound difference, combined with Davis's reputation for sending opponents to the hospital, has led oddsmakers to heavily favor Davis. Many believe Roach has little to no chance of pulling off an upset.
Nah, then the nigga keep talking about some no disrespect. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You's a real fake nigga, for real. Like, you's a...
However, being the underdog is nothing new for Roach. He recalls being underestimated against Hector Luis Garcia, only to prove the doubters wrong. Against Davis, the 29-year-old knows the challenge ahead. Davis, known for his ruthless performances, recently showcased his dominance by brutally stopping Frank Martin in the 8th round this past June. Roach is well aware of what he's up against.
Fake nigga. Fuck is you hating for, bro? Every time you see me, it's what up, shawty. Is that, you know how you talk. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm really him.
To avoid a similar fate, Roach knows his preparation must be at an all-time high. Davis, often accused of hand-picking opponents, has promised another devastating knockout. Adrien Broner has also added fuel to the fire, delivering a chilling message to Roach: "I'll break you up. Keep your mother and your kids at home." The last person Broner warned didn't make it past the 8th round, as Davis delivered a crushing knockout.
For the champions, I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130. So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions.
This matchup carries an extra layer of intrigue due to the history between Davis and Roach. While they now compete in different weight classes, they are no strangers to each other. Their rivalry echoes the storied encounters between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, who faced off 7 times as amateurs and professionals. Davis and Roach have fought twice before, with Davis emerging victorious on both occasions. Roach, however, feels he was robbed in one of those fights and is determined to settle the score this time.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up over here. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Adding to the drama is Davis's recent announcement that this year could mark the end of his boxing career. If true, this fight could be the beginning of his farewell tour. For Roach, this is an opportunity to cement his legacy by dethroning one of the sport's biggest names. Roach has been analyzing Davis's training footage, even tweeting easy work on X before deleting the post. While some may dismiss his confidence, Roach is determined to prove his doubters wrong and claim the WBA title. In all sincerity, Lamont Roach needs the benefit of the doubt from boxing fans to boost his confidence and help him secure the most desired prize on fight night, a victory over Gervonta Tank Davis to clinch the World Boxing Association title. With the fight just around the corner, Roach is ready to show the world that he belongs among the elite.
From Ukraine, but Dennis Baranchik or something like that.
Okay. I feel like you and Shakur are really. I think people in the comments are actually wanting that fight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that'd be.
It all started with a random tweet, one that only those who had been following the progression of his posts or had seen the training footage of Gervonta Davis could understand. Just before that, he responded to a fan who tweeted, "We are whipping DC bum for the rest of the year, Ravens today, Tank in December." To that, Lamont Roach responded, "This stuff is different over here," making it clear that he wouldn't be a victim of Tank Davis when they eventually face off in the ring. These moments built up to his tweet about Tank Davis's training session. Lamont Roach knows he has a lot of work to do in hyping up the fight. He's in a position where he needs to focus on his training while also making a name for himself ahead of the big showdown. That means stirring the pot and keeping Tank involved in a serious feud. But if I were to give him advice, I'd suggest he zeroes in on his training to perfect his skills for the biggest fight of his career. Though, Lamont may have a different view on the matter, especially considering he started this social media war with Tank Davis. Despite holding the WBA Super Featherweight Championship, fans don't seem overly excited about the fight. Still, both boxers are trying to drum up hype through their online war, with Roach trolling Davis in hopes of a fiery response. The argument began when heavyweight boxer Marcellus Williams asked Davis about the camp fees to spar with him, as he wanted to work on his own skills. Lamont Roach quickly jumped in and responded, "I could need to spar you, Br." Davis immediately asked what Roach meant by that post, and Roach quoted a fan's explanation of the tweet.
So a funny thing that people probably don't know is that I've been, considered an opponent, or like a considerable opponent before.
Roach shared the fan's response, which read, translation, "You need to spar someone heavier because he's coming with it," explaining that the 30-year-old boxer needed to spar against heavier opponents before their December fight. Despite Davis's idea of an easy win, Roach saw this as his moment to make a name for himself and increase his stock. Tank didn't take the disrespect lightly and responded, advising Roach to stop talking so much. "It can be bad for you, you know that already," Davis said, suggesting that Roach should save the talking for inside the ring. He warned Roach about the consequences of angering the WBA lightweight champion. The verbal clash intensified from there as Roach fired back, claiming he wasn't like the other fighters Davis had faced before.
I mean, I'm not stunned. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep doing that. They're going to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? I fight at 130 because that's what I campaigned at. That's why I started my career.
Over the years, Tank has been accused of hand-picking his opponents. Roach responded, "You must think I'm one of those regular guys you fought or something. LOL, cut it out," making it clear that he won't be an easy opponent, even though he's from a lower weight class. He wants this fight badly and is willing to do whatever it takes to shock the world. Davis, however, maintained his calm, reiterating that the talking would be done inside the ring. Davis shared a tweet from the Reaper, simply writing, "Say nothing," indicating his belief that he's the superior fighter. This back-and-forth online war has definitely created some buzz for the upcoming fight, which will take place at 135 pounds with the WBA lightweight title on the line. Lamont Roach is technically skilled and a championship-level fighter, but when it comes to pay-per-view events, I'd prefer to see someone with a more explosive style or a more polarizing personality. Tank Davis is a genuine pay-per-view star. Whether or not everyone agrees that all his past fights should have been on that platform, personally, I disagree with some of those choices. But he's been established as a pay-per-view fighter for a while now.
Does that add anything to it?
No, not necessarily. I think maybe for the outside. I think maybe it's for the outside. I think the fire is the.
What's been missing, however, is the right kind of opposition to match that pay-per-view status. Roach is a solid fighter, but he hasn't quite reached the top tier yet. I also don't think he has the kind of personality to make up for that lack of experience. While he's had some success at super featherweight, it's taken him time to get there. If he had made several successful title defenses, a fight with Davis might make more sense. But he's only had one defense, against Fergal McUI. We've seen Davis in similar situations before, such as with Hector Luis Garcia, who, after losing to Davis, only lost a split decision to Roach. But that's the nature of the pay-per-view model. Once a fighter reaches a certain status, they stay on pay-per-view, regardless of their opponent. Frank Martin, one of Tank Davis's past opponents, is a solid fighter, and unlike Roach, is already well established in the lightweight division. Calvin Ford, Davis's trainer, had a different training camp for this fight, with Adrien Broner joining the camp as Davis prepared for his fight against Blair Cobbs.
Get your thoughts. I appreciate you coming out. I wanted to get your thoughts, Danny, on the Tank Roach thing. So, just your thoughts on the fight in general. What do you think about the?
Hopefully, Adrien Broner didn't bring any bad luck to Tank Davis's camp, especially considering Davis was humiliated by Blair Cobbs just the weekend before Davis's fight. One of the reporters asked Calvin Ford about Broner's involvement in the training camp, to which Ford responded, "My thoughts are that he's doing what we need him to do. I'm seeing the transition, seeing glimpses of what I used to watch when he was on TV and stuff," said Ford.
Tank caught me like, yo, I need some help with this. You know what I'm saying? The AB came to me, and the great thing that I loved about the whole situation, all the stuff AB...
According to Ford, many had written off Broner, but Ford believes he's still got a mission to complete. He's still here, and he has an opportunity to show the world that he hasn't gone anywhere, Ford said.
I also know one thing, though, being too confident can get you killed. And I also know that about the game as well.
How did you know you had trouble with the law? How'd you find that out?
Huh?
A reporter asked if Davis and Broner were enjoying their collaboration in camp. Calvin Ford responded, saying he could see Tank paying back the favors and support he had received from Broner. In a sense, their roles had shifted compared to how they were before.
We ain't here for that, bro.
Okay, but you have connections everywhere.
Hey, see, everybody thought he was gone, see?
Do you think he met Chuck?
Ford continued, explaining how the dynamic had changed. It's like Tank is the big brother now, and Broner is the little brother, but they're even now. It's about showing respect for what they've been through, both before and after, he said. It's a good thing.
Do you think he met El Chapo?
I mean, I ain't worried about that, you know. What up, Chapo,
man?
However, at the Grand Arrival event, Calvin Ford made some surprising comments about Gervonta Davis's preparation. He admitted that rustiness played a significant role in affecting Davis, especially since he'd been out of the ring for over a year. A lot had happened in the 14 months, and because of that, the more active Frank Martin might have an edge over Davis.
Me too.
Alright, so message to your fans, Adrien. What do you tell people who love you and support you?
Support me, follow me, and I'll fight for y'all, man. You already know. Adrien Broner.
There was a collective groan in the MGM Grand Lobby when it was announced that Tank Davis wouldn't be arriving at his Grand Arrival event on Tuesday, the opener of Fight Week. Fans were disappointed, as Davis was set to defend his WBA lightweight title against Frank Martin that Saturday. Calvin Ford was left to break the news to the crowd. "I want to apologize to the fans," Ford said, dousing the excitement that had built up over the past 90 minutes as fans waited.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis here.
Ford explained, he can't make it right now because he's been delayed, but he's going to make it up to you all on fight night. Trust me, you're going to see the performance he's going to put on. Meanwhile, 4-division world champion Adrien Broner was training with Davis's trainers, Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis, for his fight against Blair Cobbs. Although Broner smiled, there was a heavy sadness in his heart as he reflected on the loss of Coach Mike last year.
You know, we've been waiting for this for a while. It's been a while since we've been in the ring. So we just want to come out and put on a great performance for the fans. It's all.
Coach Mike is everything to me, Broner said. I promised myself that before I hang up the gloves, I will become a world champion again, for Coach Mike and for myself. That's the goal. At 34, Broner is often remembered for his off-the-ring antics, including his 2016 arrest for robbery at a bowling alley and his well-known struggles with alcohol.
Not confident because if he bring his best, he bring the best out of me.
Broner hasn't scored a world-class win since 2017, when he defeated Adrien Granados by split decision. Once considered a Hall of Fame caliber boxer, Broner has now become a cautionary tale for younger fighters. He discussed the importance of winning a world title at this stage in his career and how much being a titleist has meant to him, something he feels the public hasn't always understood. Honestly, all my world titles are special to me, Broner said. All my life, all I ever wanted to do was become a world champion. Every time I won one, I cried. I'm pretty sure I'll do the same when I win the next one.
Mike Stafford, kind of like a very but just in depth, like just point of just posting that, was that just a kind of.
Broner's fight against Cobbs is seen as a last stand for him. No longer the youthful title holder he once was, Broner, who fought twice in the past 5 years, needs a strong performance to prove he's still a star. During his media workout, he reflected on his difficult journey in boxing. Boxing can eat you up and spit you out and move on to the next, Broner said. When your career is over, they'll look for the next upcoming boxer. So, I always tell everyone to do what's best for you.
I'm just ready for the build a ring and for my opponent to be across. Shit, that's like the record right there.
Nah.
Adrien Broner has had a successful run in boxing, accumulating a record of 34 wins and 4 losses. After retiring to focus on his mental health, he made his comeback to the ring. However, his mental health struggles remain, and he even issued a viral apology letter to several of his friends.
Man, I feel good, man. Training camp been going great, and I'm just ready to put on a great performance.
Broner, just talk to us how to see relocated.
Broner has been vocal about his mental state, admitting he's had issues dealing with personal struggles over the years. His battles with alcohol, narcotic addictions, and gambling, as well as his relationships with women, have all taken a toll. Despite his return to the ring, the 33-year-old has fought only 4 times in 6 years.
But they problems, but you can't go to nobody.
As his next fight approaches, Broner took the opportunity to apologize to some of his former friends on social media. In a 400-word message, he reached out to people like Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. The American fighter, known for his knockout power, seems to be tiring of the sport. Instead of solidifying his legacy, he may be contemplating an early exit. Fans have seen little of him in recent years, and they expected him to be more active after putting his legal issues behind him. Despite some promising comebacks, his return has often been delayed, and now it seems he might be preparing to make his absence permanent. When asked about his plans for 2025, Tank Davis hinted that he might retire soon. After next year, I'm out of it, he said, indicating that his time in the sport may be coming to an end. For the latest updates on boxing news, moments, and events, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for more content. Until next time, peace out.
Martin press conference, it looked like you were talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.